In today's video,
After all the new updates and game mode changes,
and I currently have the best controller settings for all controller players, no matter if you play on console or PC with controller, because overall, these controller settings will give you aimbot.
And make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video, and as always, use code KILLERS in the Fortnite item shop.
And in today's video, ever since the new season finally dropped, I have the best controller settings for you guys, so let's hop right into them.
And finally, what everybody's been waiting for is my most updated controller settings for 2026. Now, if you guys are on a new gen console, make sure you guys have this setting on so you guys can run 120. But if you guys don't have a compatible TV or even a monitor, you guys will be stuck on 60 FPS. For your brightness, keep this at 100. User interface, keep this at 1x, because if not, you guys' menu will be pretty dark. And for your colorblind mode and strengths, max these two out so you guys can see people in moving zones. And for motion blur, keep this setting off, because if not, it'll cause a lot of delay or make your clips look super blurry. Now the rest of these settings are opinion based, so keep them on if you guys want to. And finally, jumping right into my most updated volume settings, if you guys want to go ahead and copy them, be my guest. But jumping into the sound settings, if you guys have 3D headphones, then use them, but if you guys don't, make sure to turn the setting off. And if you guys want to use the OG sound for hit markers, make sure you guys use it default. And for the subtitles, make sure you guys turn this off or it's going to give you a lot of delay. And for visual sound effects, always have this on so you know when an enemy is coming near. And for these settings don't matter. And same thing with your voice chat setting, guys. These voice chat settings are going to be very unique to everybody's liking, but if not, just copy mine because it makes things a lot simpler. And jumping right into the game setting, make sure you guys are playing on your own region, because if you guys aren't playing on your own region or close enough to it, you guys will have serious ping issues. Same thing with your language. Keep this on system default, because if not, you guys will have things that are very confusing. You might not be able to read them. Toggle sprint, keep that on. Auto open doors, keep that on. Mantle and hurdle, hold these on hold, just so things are a lot quicker when you're running and gunning. And then in your combat settings, hold the spot pickup, turn that off. ADS, this is a new setting, so make sure you guys have this on held. And mark danger when ADS is on. Guys, this is a very important setting, so when you're marking things aren't all over the place. Auto pickup weapons, I've always had this on. And this setting is not very important unless you guys are on mouse and keyboard, so if you're just a controller player, turn this off. And now preferred item slots, this is something we talked about in the last video. If you guys want certain weapons in certain spots, or even consumables, have this at the very end. So this settings right here is going to save you when that does happen. So make sure all your keys are always going to be on your right, so make sure to turn this setting on. And for your simple build, turn this off. Reset building choice on. And your turbo building, to make sure you guys are building just as fast as you need to, make sure you guys turn this setting on. And for your edit, if you guys like simple edit, turn this on. Disable pre-edit option, always have this on. Auto confirm, have this on both. Keep this setting off just so you guys have less input delay. And for these in-game settings, I've always had these on. And these settings always, if you guys are a console player, I found the field of view to be one of the best, I think personally. So I think you guys should change it to this. Jam tracks, these are not really too important. So if you guys want to copy these, be my guest. Jumping right into the game UI, if you guys want to pause the video because these settings are kind of long and all of them are technically just on, be my guest. For the damage numbers though, I'm going to talk about this. These want to have these on list. Same thing with your damage feedback. Have this on hit only. And for your damage number scale, keep this at 100%, because if you have it too low, you're not going to be able to tell what you hit the enemy for. Same thing with your HUD scale, guys. I normally play on a smaller HUD scale, so it reduces my input delay and it overall makes my clips look better. Same thing with these settings, guys. Have these settings literally all on, just so you guys have your settings exact same as mine. Right into the gyro settings, guys. If you guys don't play gyro settings, then you guys want to turn these all off. I can't stress this enough. If you guys have these settings on when you guys don't actually use the setting itself, you guys will have a lot of input delay. So I'm going to go through them just so you guys can copy them, so you guys settings can feel the exact same with mine. Now for the mouse and keyboard, if you guys don't play mouse and keyboard, totally discard this setting. Same thing with the keyboard controls. You guys do not need that. Finally, getting right into my most updated controller settings that everybody's been finally waiting for. So for my inputs, for the controller view, I have that off. For the aircraft control, I have that on. For the fighter control, I have that off. Auto run and build immediately, I both have those on. And for these lower, guys, because it makes no sense to cap them any higher than 0.0. Same thing with reset camera access, have this on both. Like I said in the last video, some people play on pitch, so this is maybe an opinion based option, but for you and me, I both play on both. Reset camera time, have this on 0.1. Vibration, guys, do not play on vibration. I don't know why people would play on vibration. It would make no sense. Same thing with the quick weapon. Have this on custom, because that's all the way in the last couple settings that we talked about, which is going to rearrange certain weapons for you. So make sure you guys do that. And if you don't, then you're not going to have the first weapon be a primary, which could be your shotgun. It could be a grenade. It could be a bandage. So make sure you guys organize those, or that would be at your own fault. Now this, I don't know really what this does, so I always kept this at 0.0. Your toggle behavior, I kept this at slot 2. Toggle off, button group on both. And now jumping right into the actual settings itself, I've always had these on 4.4. I've never really experienced it up too much, so I kept it at 4.4. Now, I did change my settings from last video, so make sure you guys stay very close attention because they're kind of similar, but very different. So 2.4 for the build, and for the edit, 2.6. And for the first person, we got 1.0. Obviously, to get these settings, you guys gonna have to turn this advanced settings option on. And I kept these at 45, and then no boosts. I don't know why people tell people to use boosts. Every time I put on boost, it's just terrible. It's honestly terrible. Instant boost when building. Obviously, this is the only thing I do have on, but nothing when I'm building or aiming. It makes no sense. Same thing with aim down sights. I've always kept this at 16. I've seen a lot of people kept from 10 to 16, but I think 16 is a sweet spot, especially if you're a quicker player or just have a problem with tracking people. Same thing, no boost. I think the boosts are really useless, so don't let people lie to you because the boosts are definitely useless. The scope speed multiplier, I don't know why 1 feels very fast, so I always kept it down here. I think that's a sweet spot for me. But this, like I said, this is also opinion based. A lot of settings are going to be opinion based. Look damping time, always kept this at 0.0. Linear, this is also opinion based because there's some people like playing Expo or linear. I think people should take the input that if you play on linear, you're probably a builds player. But sometimes you could be a zero build player, but if you are a zero build player, I do recommend playing on Expo because linear will give you more benefits if you're a builds player. And now with these, I've seen a lot of comments in the last video saying that some people say, oh, you need to play it here or 95 to give you the best, aimbot or whatever. But that's fake. Just keep that at 100, 100. Don't mess with these. It'll mess up your settings. Left stick, right 6 dead zone. I had changed this actually, so keep this at 7.7. Same thing with same releases. I actually like playing on 15, but it kind of messes up my edits and builds at certain times. So I normally play at 25, 25. So keep that at 25, 25. But if you guys want to try 15, be my guest. Same thing with these guys. Keep this off. And for the press, keep that on. 0, 0. Vehicles, this stuff doesn't matter. And finally, my last setting is my binds. If you guys want to have the perfect binds and be able to access my binds, you guys do need to play a custom. So I'm just going to go right down the list. And if you guys want to pause the video just so you guys can watch them and copy them, be my guest.